Ladies and gents, soups and civvies.
We live in a post-racism world.
Hey girl, come look at this.
The Boys by Prime Video is one of the streaming era's most unexpected blockbusters, transforming a little-known comic concept into a household brand. The success of the original series spawned a mainly non-canon animated series, and the brand is currently expanding with the release of Gen V, a live-action program set at one of the most prestigious Vought-owned institutions in the country. The first episode of the series introduces fans to Marie, portrayed by Jazz Sinclair from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina as she gets her first period at the age of 12. It's also the day she realizes she has a superpower, the capacity to manipulate and weaponize her own blood, but she hasn't mastered it yet. As her frightened younger sister watches, she accidentally murders her parents in the toilet with her new gift. In the present, Marie awakens in her dorm room, and we are swiftly introduced to several pupils at the Red River Institute, the soup orphanage seen in both the first and third seasons of the program. During a montage here, we learn that the episode takes place immediately after The Boys Season 3 as students contemplate Starlight's departure from the Seven. Marie enters the Institute's gymnasium and slashes her hand open to bleed and exercise with her powers. We find that she can control her blood in a variety of ways, including using it to choke a mannequin. The abilities deplete her energy rapidly, and she had to sit down to regain her calm. On her journey back from the gym, she notices a fellow student being carried into an armored truck bearing the Elmira Adult Rehabilitation Center badge. Marie, Emma, and the rest of the God U students begin congregating in the school stadium. It's here that we meet Patrick Schwarzenegger's Golden Boy, a fire manipulator who serves as the school heartthrob. Kate Dunlap approaches him, an empath who notices he hasn't been sleeping, and we learn he's been experiencing reoccurring dreams about somewhere in the woods. Emma learns that class schedules are available, and Marie learns that she did not get into Intro to Crime Fighting, a necessity for any student hoping to get into the school for crime fighting and, as a result, be drafted to the Seven or get a municipal contract. Soon after, she checks her email and discovers she's been admitted into Godolphin University School of Crime Fighting, the world's finest superhero university. Marie's ambition is to one day be rated #1 in the school, and subsequently to become the first black woman in the Seven. Naturally, she intends to major in crime fighting, but Professor Brinks Tar Jordan, London Thor from Shameless and Derek Liu from Shining Vale, who has the power to morph between genders, has rejected Marie from the program. Instead, she's pushed to attend the Crimson Countess School for the Performing Arts, where Emma, Here and Now's Lizzie Broadway, is a student. Emma, also known as Little Cricket online, has the capacity to shrink, but after a guy requests her to do it while on his penis, we learn that the awful way Emma shrinks is by vomiting. Emma looks at her computer after Marie has left, reading all of the bad comments on her YouTube videos, which brings her to tears. On her way home from class, she comes across a student who is being pursued by cops. As the officers say the student is tweaking on meth, she joins the chase and stops him with one of her blood ropes. The student exclaims that he isn't going back to the woods before being knocked down by security. He is then transported to a holding cell with trees on the wallpaper. The university's many schools have been named after well-known heroes, such as the Crimson Countess School for the Performing Arts and the Lamplighter School for Crime Fighting. The Deep, Queen Maeve, and the Train are all represented as graduates of the latter. Maria comes on the grounds of God U, and is taken aback by a monument of Homelander during her initial tour of the dorm. She notices that it is well secured with security. Viewers are treated to further allusions to the original program, including a news clip claiming Russians are responsible for the Seven Towers bombing at the conclusion of Season 3 and others paying honor to Queen Maeve's passing. Marie is able to immediately talk with Clancy Brown's Richard Brinkerhoff, a professor on university who's become famous for his writings on training superheroes, after a brief fight with Jordan Lee, the second-ranked soup on campus. After Marie and another student, Andre, a popular metal bender on campus and close buddy of Golden Boy, assists security in apprehending a fugitive, Marie is invited to stay out with Andre's friends, Luke, nicknamed the Fiery Golden Boy, #1 soup on school, his girlfriend Kate, who can make anybody do anything with a simple touch, and, of course, Marie's new frenemy Jordan. The popular kids aren't always cruel to Marie, which is a refreshing difference from the norm. Kate is polite to her, and she and Luke even become friends after Marie admits to him that she's lying about her parents being so proud of her, they're actually deceased. Luke, in turn, admits that his brother died as well. Marie nearly confesses that she is at Godolphin to demonstrate to her sister that she is not a monster. Her parents gave her Compound V when she was a youngster, but it didn't work until she reached puberty. Kate uses her talents to mind control a bouncer into allowing Marie and the group of popular youngsters inside a nightclub. The gang starts using drugs, and despite her reservations, Marie finally succumbs to peer pressure and consumes ecstasy. She and Kate leave to go dancing as Golden Boy. Andre and Jordan Lee discuss their future professions. Andre, high out of his mind, tries to pick up a female with a bar trick, but it all goes horribly wrong, very quickly. He transforms a penny into a metallic bird and attempts to hurl it across the room, but he is bumped and the bird accidentally slashes an artery of a bystander. The majority of the gang departs, leaving Marie behind. She utilizes her abilities to halt the bleeding, saving the person's life. Those present at the club share footage of the incident, which quickly become viral. Brinkerhoff summons Marie to his office the next day. Brink informs Marie that she is being expelled in order to save face for Golden Boy, Andre, and Jordan Lee after a monologue on what it takes to be a hero. He goes on to declare that Marie's abilities are useless in the fight against crime, and that she must return to the orphanage. We witness the day Marie inadvertently murdered her parents and how her sister dubbed her a monster as she travels back to university. In the present, Marie slashes herself again to examine her powers, hurling a spray of blood at a neighboring rubbish can in rage. Marie returns to Brink's office and finds Golden Boy burning Brink to death. Golden Boy makes a reference to the wood and expresses regret that Marie witnessed it. He then pursues Marie through the school until they collide with Jordan. Golden Boy and Jordan fight, which allows Marie to flee. Marie tells Andre what occurred as she runs out of the school, and Luke bursts through the windows minutes afterwards. A throng has gathered around the group, as Golden Boy sobs and apologizes. After hugging Andrew, Golden Boy charges up and flies into the air, causing himself to explode, splattering blood and body fluids on Andre, Marie and the people below. The episode concludes with a post-credit sequence in which Vort's CEO Ashley Barrett describes Golden Boy's death as an isolated incident.
If you're watching this, guess thanks.
For what?
For fighting Golden.
You guys are heroes.
What about Jordan Lee?
We leave with Andre and this. Got it. Good.
Sweet Jesus.
Fucking crazy.
We have to stop him.
I did.